it's tough, and like, you know, with guys, like, you know, when we suffer through mental health things, like, we don't really talk about it as much, and like it can go to extreme cases to the point of where people like commit suicide because of it. And like, you know, I'm glad that you brought up like how you suffered, and that naturally just made me feel like I should also share. Just because like whoever's watching this to realize that, you know, even people like Elmi who are operating at the higher level, like we're able to be succumbed and suffer from like, you know,
it's real.
And that's probably like the mental challenge, like mental health issues are probably the biggest challenges anyone can ever face, because there's no book, there's no guide on how you can overcome it, and everyone's different, like how you suffer, because it's a combination of, you know, you could have childhood traumas that are affecting you, right, or recent situations, or like maybe it's an effect or an impact from some certain stimulus like drugs or alcohol. You know, like there's different areas where it can affect you, right? And that's why I said like everyone's different, and there's no rule book on how you should achieve it. But you know, like you said, getting therapy, like if you can afford it, like I know therapy is not the most affordable thing for most people, but if you can, like go see a therapist, or at least, you know, if you have a friend who's willing to listen, you know, just have that open dialogue with them about what you're suffering with. And I think it's really important for, you know, like everyone, specifically men as well, to just, you know, have genuine and authentic conversations with the people you care about. You know, when you're feeling when you're suffering, like tell your friends about it. You know, like if they really support you, they're really your friends like that, they will advise you, they will guide you, they will try to help you in some way.
They'll be there.
They'll be there for you, and if they can, they'll probably recommend therapy, and that's not a bad thing, right? You shouldn't take offense. That just goes to show that they're not in a place mentally to be able to help you. So sorry, you're gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say, like, the thing we don't realize is if I have a broken leg, I'm going to an orthopedic surgeon. Mental health is the same thing. When you're suffering mentally, you go and see a psychiatrist or a therapist. If you can afford it, please go and do it. But most importantly, you need to be able to realize that this is an actual illness. Treat yourself like you're sick. You know, like take some time off, speak to the right people, and also have that willingness to want to be helped. Because sometimes you are so closed off, you don't want to talk to nobody, and I know it's difficult in those moments, but you need to find the right people to confide in. You need to find the right people who will be able to listen and advise you. But most importantly, as men, this thing is swept under the rug so often. And it's like, oh, you're a man, like, you know, man up. And the thing is that we do suffer as well, and you know, men have the highest rate of suicide out of everyone, and that is because of this culture that has been created based off of this. I don't want to call it toxic masculinity.
I was just going to say something. I don't want to call it that, but for lack of a better term,
it really is that.
No, I agree 100%. And like guys need to understand, right? It's not weak to admit that you have mental problems, like that you're dealing with something that, you know, it's crippling you, right, mentally. And like, in fact, I think it's strong that you can recognize that you do have an issue and you need help. Right? That takes nothing from your masculinity at all. I think that's probably the most masculine thing you can do.
You can do
as a man. It's just taking charge. Exactly, taking charge, taking ownership of your mental health, right? It's such an important thing, and I encourage all guys out there, you know, with your homies and your boys, right? Like, you know, just try to have, if you're not feeling good, just try to have genuine and authentic conversations with them about what you're dealing with, and you know, just try to cultivate that relationship and that culture of being very open about the things that you're suffering
from. And open, honest dialogue is really the key to it.
100%. I agree. Cool. So